Much so, when a big star makes a stop here in our region, it's always an honor to get them to stop by our show here at PHL 17.
That's right, and we are sure that this is a familiar face to you. Renee Taylor has had a life full of memorable roles in Hollywood and on Broadway, and now she's looking back on her life in an autobiographical comedy, My Life on a Diet. So good morning, Renee. We are so excited to have you here.
I'm excited to be here and be at the Bucks County Playhouse.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about this new project for you.
Well, it's called My Life on a Diet because I remembered my life in terms of what diet I was on since I was 11 years old. And I lost so much weight, actually, over my whole life, maybe 1,000 pounds, that Bucks County asked me when I first appear to be semi-nude. And I said, no, I do total nudity or nothing at all because I want people to see how much weight I've lost.
It's so funny, you mentioned the diet, and for so many years, like, you kind of get the stigma that diets and Hollywood kind of go together, right? There's so much pressure especially for female
even diets
actors.
In regular life.
In real life, too.
Yeah.
But you
thin is good and fat is bad.
Right. That's kind of, we've been programmed that way. But you also got a lot of advice from some other Hollywood faces, some legends in the name.
Well, I was in class with Marilyn Monroe in Lee Strasberg's class. I just followed her around all the time saying, what are you eating now? We thought you put something. What is that? And she was on the grape diet. Green grapes, and she froze some of them. So I did black, green, red, and I froze them. I was hoping that I would look like her. And also, before she came to class, she took a bath for 3 hours, a hot bath, and rubbed her body down with Vaseline. So I thought I'd look like her if I did the same thing, but I just slid under the water in the tub.
So I think this is a really relatable topic because I think so many people, not even just women, definitely go through phases in their life where they're dieting or want to look a certain way. But so tell us a little bit about how this project came about. How did you kind of develop this idea to create a whole play about it?
Well, it was my husband's idea, Joe Bologna, and he said, why don't you do a one-woman show about all the diets you want on? I said, I don't think people will be interested. He said, are you kidding? You know, how do you think I got to be a movie star? Because he didn't eat dinner, so that was his diet.
What are some of your most memorable? Because you've been on the Broadway scene for quite some time as well. You know, back and forth between your appearances on television and things like that. You've done a lot of.
Well, I'm in my late 80s.
Right.
But I can play older.
You and I can get along with that. I'm the same way. Yeah. But just what are some of the roles that you've enjoyed on Broadway? Maybe
I did It Had to Be You. I did all the plays with my husband. If You Ever Leave Me, I'm Going With You. Yeah. I did off-Broadway, My Life on a Diet. We wrote 22 plays together. We did a movie made for each other together, Lovers and Other Strangers. That was nominated for an Academy Award.
That's amazing. It's a storied career, to say the least. And how do you feel like the reception's been with this new project of yours?
People come and tell me the diets they've been on, and they say, why didn't you use the pregnant woman's diet, urine diet, you know?
Yeah.
And my husband thought that was too gross. You would inject yourself with pregnant woman's urine before you eat. It works.
And obviously one of the roles that people know you for the most is on The Nanny. You played Sylvia Fine. So do people still recognize you from that role? Do you get people stopping you all the time?
Oh, yeah. People say, you know, except your hair is so high, and their hair is much higher than mine. And one woman said to me, you know, I have the same name as you, Sylvia, on the show, only I pronounce it Sylvia.
Oh.
Interesting.
And the play. If people want to catch it, if they want to see it, is it showing right now?
At Bucks County.
Yes.
I think it starts Thursday night.
Thursday night, perfect.
Yeah.
But people come backstage afterwards and tell me about the diets they're on.
So January 30th to February 2nd. So if people want to check it out, they better do it, right?
Right. And you could also go online and get more information, mylifeonadietplay.com as well.
Sounds fabulous.
And Renee, first of all, it's just such a pleasure to have you in studio.
Thank
but before you leave us, maybe some advice. You've been in the business for so long, so some aspiring actresses who are coming up, or even actors for that matter. What would you kind of maybe, if you had to kind of sum up some advice for them? What could
I'd just say, if you want to do it, do it. It doesn't even matter if you're talented. Just do it.
Yeah.
Just have the fun of experiencing it. Don't let people tell you to wait.
Love it. And there's lots of opportunities on the local level as well for actors and actresses.
What the world needs is more actors.
I love it.
I'm kidding.
Well, thank you so much, Renee. Thanks for making us laugh this morning. Thank you for stopping by. And I would like to see your play. It looks awesome.
Oh, I hope you'll come.
Yeah, it's appreciated.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. All right, so coming up, a contest.